Antibacterial soaps. Here we go again. And just like I said on the previous video I did, I said, hey, people are taking antibacterial soap, wiping down the arms of the chair, wiping down the chair, wiping down the table. When no one's looking, wiping their ass, hoping they don't get the virus. No way. But here's the problem with that. Antibacterial soap. But if you're going to use soap, just should. Like I said, I'm not telling you not to clean your hands. You should have been going out your way to clean your hands before the talks of this virus. What was you people doing prior? This is some insane stuff that takes place. Use soaps and toothpaste that do not have triclosan in them.
Damn, come on, where you at? Unbiased? Where you at? Unbiased? Come on, man. Where you at? Unbiased? This might be him. Peace.
Antibacterial soaps. Here we go again. And just like I said on the previous video I did, I said, hey, people are taking antibacterial soap, wiping down the arms of the chair, wiping down the chair, wiping down the table. When no one's looking, wiping their ass, hoping they don't get the virus. No way. But here's the problem with that. But if you're going to use soap, which you should, I'm not telling you not to clean your hands. You should have been going out your way to clean your hands before the talks of this virus. What was you people doing prior? This is some insane stuff that takes place. Use soaps and toothpaste that do not have triclosan in it.
Damn, come on, where you at? Unbiased? Where you at? Unbiased? Come on, man. Where you at? Unbiased? This might be him. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from? Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, it's Unbiased Sports.
Oh man, this is the dude, Unbiased Sport Polite, and I know he got a lot of questions for you, brother.
Nah, I have maybe one question or two. I just had a question for one thing he said, that's all.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so Polite, when you said triclosan, that's in soap and different things, do you believe that triclosan is in any soaps or any products in America today?
Do I believe it's in any products?
Yeah, or any soap.
Yeah, they make up. Well, what I say is I buy products that reaffirms that it's not there in it. So I haven't exactly been looking for products that has it, but what I do is look to see if the product says does not have it. Like, so you're not really obligated to put. It's not one of those ingredients that you're obligated to put in your product. But I know as a selling point, there are other companies that make sure we want to let you know it's not in there. So I don't know who's using it right now, but what I will tell you is look for the products that make it clear that it's not in there. So if you got a thing with alcohol or banned, put me on. I don't know nothing about that. And the first thing I want to talk to you about, triclosan. What about triclosan? Well, this is in your hand sanitizers and your antibacterial soaps. So if you got a thing with alcohol or banned, put me on. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, so I was going to say that triclosan been banned since 2016. So, there are no soaps or any products that's supposed to have that in it in 2020.
So if you got a thing with alcohol or banned, put me on. I don't know nothing about that.
In a surprise move, the FDA has banned antibacterial soaps from being sold. The agency instead advocates for the old-school approach to hand washing, soap and water. Specifically, the Food and Drug Administration banned all soap products containing 19 active ingredients, including the infamous chemical triclosan. In a surprise move, the FDA has banned antibacterial soaps from being sold. The agency instead advocates for the old-school approach to hand washing, soap and water. Specifically, the Food and Drug Administration banned all soap products containing 19 active ingredients, including the infamous chemical triclosan.
Oh man, this is the dude, Unbiased Sport Polite, because they be over there going in on the information.
All right, let's go. Call it in. You next. Let's go, man. Let's go, my brother. 4111, 4111. 4111. There we go. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Unbiased Sports.
Okay, what's going on, my brother? What's happening?
Yeah, peace, brother Eric Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace. Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, brother, I've been reading the books for a little while, and I got two questions only that kind of confuse me a little bit. So, you guys teach that the universe was how many trillion years old?
76 to 78.
And the moon was what?
66.
And what about the earth?
Don't know.
Okay, so in Our Savior Has Arrived, chapter 23, paragraph 30, it says, according to Allah's God's teaching to me, the age of the present earth is around 76 trillion years old. And then he said science proves it. So you said the universe is 76 trillion years old, or 78, and the earth, according to the Our Savior Has Arrived, is 76 trillion years old. And then he said, I don't mind the belief, that's fine. You know, that, like you said, that's how you see it. But he said science proves this at the end. Like, what science can prove that the earth is 76 trillion years old?
Good question.
Did he mention what science he was referring to?
Nah, he just leave it. He left it like that. It just says science proves this. Can you tell me which science proves that?
Brother, if he didn't tell us, how could I tell us?
Okay, fine, no problem. I got a second question for you.
Hold on, brother. Come on, Eric, man. You got to do better than that, bro.
No,
because if you read in the book, and so you telling me that you don't know what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is talking about when he's talking about the science, brother?
If the most honorable Elijah Muhammad does not tell me what he's talking about when he says any given thing, what do you want me to do? Guess? Speculate?
Wow.
I'm a representative, brother. I teach what my leader teaches me to teach.
Okay.
All right, so here's the second one. No problem. That's how you see it. I seen the ad, he was talking about modern science. So anyway, Allah was born out of total darkness, correct?
Yes.
By way of what? An atom?
An atom of life.
Right. What else did that atom produce while it was sitting there? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Chapter 11 from Our Savior Has Arrived. It says, he was born in total darkness. There was no light anywhere. Out of the total orbit of the universe of darkness, there sparkled an atom of life once upon a time, but don't ask me when it was. So he said, don't ask me when that was. So you don't ask him if it's 76 trillion, 78 trillion, he doesn't know. He said, how could the atom of life make a record of his own creation? He goes on to say, he had to wait until the atom of life produced brains to think what he needed. So, brother, do you believe an atom was out there before any other creation producing brains and then to think what else he needed to create?
Do you believe there was no atom out there that was producing brains in order to think with? Do you believe there wasn't?
Well, what science teaches that an atom could have brains that need oxygen and other things, then it could survive in the outer space?
So,
yeah, so you're right. There might be some other type of science.
So I'm gonna have to take that as a no, brother.
According to modern science,
I'm gonna have to take that as a no, brother. You don't believe it.
Okay, so it's not about belief. Like, is that possible?
Absolutely.
So an atom can produce brains. Like, can you give us any example of that ever happening?
Every brain that exists started out as an atom. What are you talking about? Everything is
okay.
Everything, brother. Let me finish. Everything is composed of atoms, brother. Everything.
Okay. Well, how about this? He said all of this. Remember, he said, "Don't ask him when it was." Right? He said, he goes on to say, remember, he said, don't ask him when it was. He doesn't know. So he goes on to say that all of this is in a book titled Black and White. Can I get that from you, or can you email a PDF of that?
Actually, he said all of this is in a book that he plans to write. Don't play, bruh. All right, don't play.
Okay, can I read it verbatim?
Let's be hold it, black man. Let's be honest and sincere, and let's not try to pull no tricks. Okay, tricknology ain't working with me. That ain't what he said. He said it's in a book he hopes to write. He never said that it's in a book that actually is written. So no, you can't get no PDF because he didn't write it.
All right. Okay, my turn. Chapter 19, same book, paragraph 4. He said that there was no birth record of the black man, and therefore no one can say how old the black nation is. As far back as he said, a record has been kept. It dates 76 trillion years, right? These years, 76 trillion, were divided into periods of 6 trillion years beyond 6 trillion years, which would make the said figure 76 be 78 instead of 76 trillion. I will not go into the finer details here. I hope to go into the details and the analysis of our Lord Master Muhammad's teachings to me in a book entitled Black and White. This was not something hypothetical, it's something to be. He said, I hope to go into the details and the analysis of our Lord's Master Muhammad's teachings to me in a book entitled Black and White. So I was right. That was not technology. I was right what I said.
Yeah, and you were actually using technology because you were saying that the book actually got written. The messenger said he hopes to go into these details in a book. Brother, if the book was written, how could he hope to go into the details of it in a book that's already written? Stop playing.
Well, maybe it wasn't for us. Okay, no problem. I didn't come to argue. I just came to get some clarification. So, just to recap, the Earth is 76 trillion years. An atom can grow brains in outer space. And there's a book somewhere. Might not have been there. Well, do you expect to get this book anytime? Because it's been like 50 years, 60 years later. Have you came across the book Black and White?
Yeah.
That's a legit question.
Eric, you still there?
I can't hear him.
I think he fell off again. Brother Eric Muhammad.
Dang, when those questions come.
Again.
You're only left. Deacon is down. Hassan is down.
Who are you, bro? You. No one's ever heard of you doing anything to anybody from Sicarii ever in life. It's not a real thing, bro.
Okay, so I'm the footage. Joseph does not beget anybody in the older Greek text, is older than the Syriac.
Okay, let's look at the text and let's look at the Greek. Matthew 1:16. And Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Christ. Let's take a look at the Greek word for born. Ganeo. What does ganeo mean? Of men who fathered children. So it does say that. No. It does say Joseph was the father of Jesus. What does it mean to father a child? You have sex with a woman and make a baby.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because that same Greek word is used in Matthew 1:15. And Elihu begat Eleazar, and Eleazar begat. Same word.
No, it's not the same word. So
it is.
So when I looked at it.
No. It is Strong's G 1080. It's the exact same word.
No. Look, I got you. It's the same root word. It's not the same affected word.
No, it's the same exact word, brother. Strong's G1080.
All right, so do me a favor. So look up to the actual Greek text, right, in that translation. So you're going to see textus receptus, and you're going to see the Greek word, and you're not going to see ganao in the scriptures at all, because ganao cannot be in the scriptures. Ganao is a first person verb. So it's like Spanish. I study Spanish. It's hablo is first person. That means me. I speak. But if I want to say you speak, I would say hablas, right? But if I want to say somebody else outside of it speak singular, I would say habla. Okay, so habla would be third person, hablo would be first person, hablas would be second person. So ganao is first person. So we know that can't be in the Bible because that's Matthew's actually begetting somebody. So if you look in the Greek, the word is actually egenesin. So, and that means, and the E before the G just means past tense. So that's why I say ganao would say, I did this present tense. It's a present tense verb. It has to be past tense. Oh, so that's why the E is there. The E represents past tense.
It's the same as when it says Eliud begat Eleazar. What's the Greek word for begat right there?
Egenesis.
Okay. When it says in Matthew 1:16, of whom was born Jesus, what's the Greek word for born right there?
Egenete.
Is it the same word?
No.
No? Okay. What's the difference between the first one and the second one?
So if you was to see egenete and everywhere it's used in the New Testament, it's always a woman giving birth. If you look at begot, that's going to the father.
Okay. Got you. Okay. That's a fair point. I can definitely look into that. That's a fair point.
Where you at, unbiased? Come on, man. Where you at, unbiased? This might be him. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from? Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, it's Unbiased Sports.
Oh man, this is the dude, Unbiased Sport Polite, and I know he got a lot of questions for you, brother.
I called in Deacon live. And embarrassed him.
Listen, I'm sure. If you would have did that, I would have heard about it.
Okay, so I'm the footage. All right, so let me just say this.
I can teach you, but you're rejecting the
No. The homework
I promise to let you go to Matthew 1. I'm gonna let you so I can be a man of my word. Yeah. I'm gonna let you make your point. Land your plane in Matthew 1 so I can end the show. I'm trying to have some integrity.
So when you go to verse 16, right? When you go to verse 16, I think people miss this. And Jacob begot Joseph. Okay, Jacob begot Joseph. Like you said, the begot there is ganao. It's in an active sense. That means the subject is the doer of the action. Joseph is the direct object of the action. And then it says, Joseph, who is he? He's the husband of Mary. So he's the son of Jacob. He's the husband of Mary. And then it says Mary, of whom.
Wait, real quick. Yes. So are you insinuating that he's never called the father?
He's called the father because there's no word for stepfather. So yes, he'll be called father. Just like if had lived, well, is called the father of Zara. No, he had no seed in Zara, but he's called the father because that son was.
Why would he need to be called stepfather? Why would he need to be called stepfather? A stepfather is somebody who marries a woman who has prior kids.
All right, so
that wouldn't apply to Joseph.
Wait. So again, when got killed, Judas went to Tamar. That first son was dedicated to as his son. So he would be the stepfather. He wouldn't be the actual father.
Okay. How would that apply to Mary, who had no kids at the time?
Well, it's telling you right here. It says, so Jacob begot Joseph. Who's Joseph? He's the son of Jacob, and he's also the husband of Mary. And then we got Mary, of whom was born Jesus. Now, that was born is also ganao, but in the passive sense. So that means that somebody's going to be a recipient of that action. So obviously, it's Jesus. He was the only one born. So Jesus is the recipient of the action, was born. So we got Mary, of whom was born Jesus.
who is called the Christ. So everybody begot here, literally, except for Joseph. And I was saying about John 3:16, it says God only begotten son. So we see the word God begot and son there too. And son would be Jesus. So everybody literally begot somebody. God begot somebody, Mary begot somebody, Jacob, everybody but Joseph. Joseph begot nobody.
Okay. So why didn't it put begat here? Why did it put born here?
Because it's in the active sense, but it can literally be translated as begot though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know King James was a Methodist Christian?
Now, but hold on. But women can also be given.
Let me give it back to you. But do you know every translation by definition is interpretation, which is why King James did not want to put begat there. He put born there because he believed in the virgin birth. He let the doctrine dictate the transcript, not the transcript dictate the doctrine. That's why when you look in the Codex Sinaiticus and the Textus Receptus, you see the Greek word ganeo here and ganeo here. But King James decided to translate it into English as born because he's influenced by Christianity. And this is why you have to know the ancient manuscripts, brother.
King James didn't put anything. He had scholars put it together for him.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, the scholars that he commissioned. You're right.
Okay, let's do it. So the book of generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac begot Jacob. Now we know Isaac is Abraham's son because it says Abraham begot him. Men beget their kids. Isaac begot Jacob. Jacob begot Judas. Now, here's where
just to be clear. So you're saying like when it says Abraham begot Isaac, that's clearly saying that Abraham is had a seed that produced Isaac.
In the Bible, the way it works out, the father begets you and you are of your mother. When you go to Strong's, there's an active and there's a passive language. So active is when you force it. So the man begets, the man has sex, he forced it. The woman is a recipient of the child. So the child is going to be of her. So, and I'm going to read this thing every time in this genealogy. The men are always of the mother and never the dad. And they always are begotten from the dad and never begotten from the mom. This is the order and this is the pattern. So, and Judas begot Phares.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
No problem, brother. Go ahead.
So,
you're going through the begats.
Right.
Begats.
So I got you.
Begats and the ofs.
So we go to 16. And Jacob begot Joseph. Who's Joseph's father? Jacob, because it says he was begotten by Jacob. Now the focal point is on Joseph now. So it's like it's passing the baton from the last name mentioned. So now who is Joseph? Joseph is the husband of Mary, and he is the son of Jacob. That's what we know of Joseph in his own genealogy. He's done. Mary's now mentioned. Who's Mary? Mary is the husband of Joseph, and she is also of whom was born Jesus, who is called the Christ. That's the genealogy.